All right, we are at the Village of Minerva Park Council meeting, October 10th, and we are at 7:06 p.m. And we will start with roll call. Councilperson Martin.
Here.
Councilperson McNamara.
Here.
Council President Camera.
Present.
Councilperson Passion.
Here.
Councilperson Koss.
Present.
And Councilperson Grant.
Present.
All right. And next we have the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay.
All right, next we will move to meeting minutes. Do we have a motion to approve the September 26, 2024 committee as a whole minutes?
So moved.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And any abstentions? All right. Do we have a motion to approve the September 26, 2024 council meeting minutes?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And any abstentions?
Me, because I didn't listen to it when I usually do when I wasn't here.
Okay. And next, we will move to our village reports, and we will start with Chief Mandel.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I don't have anything additional. There was a question about a forgery. I believe that was a check that was cashed that had been altered. So nothing extreme.
Perfect. I'm going to chime in and let you know that we approved Paul Peterson to come do the striping that you mentioned in the last meeting.
Woohoo!
So I asked them to let us know what days that they would be here, so Barb can post it, just so everybody's aware that they will be in the village painting. But it was around $4,700 to do both, and it's already been signed, sealed, delivered. We're just waiting for them to do it now. So thank you.
I do have a question after.
Just helpful.
Considering the fact that we're doing whatever the work they're doing on Minerva Lake Road.
We did not do the thermo paint on Minerva Lake Road. We only did it on Farview, so we could save money. I got the first estimate for over $9,000, and then I asked them to adjust it.
Gotcha.
Yes. Yes. Was that it? Yay. Okay. So yes, we did get that adjusted.
What was he going to say? He's looking at us.
He's just
Yeah,
he
it's
went-
Jeffrey.
So Jeff called, right after I got the estimate, Jeff called me and he goes, we probably shouldn't do the thermo painting on Minerva Lake Road because, but we hadn't told Chief that part. So I just wanted to let you guys know, Chief asked about it just 2 weeks ago and we have gotten that moving. So he didn't know that because I didn't tell him because we just finished it today. So, anybody have anything else for Chief?
The middle school children will appreciate the crosswalk.
Yes, they will. And they will probably walk right in front of it instead of on it. I'm just kidding. I had middle schoolers. All right, let's move to our fiscal officer, Mr. Jeffrey Wilczek.
I sent out this evening the financial report for September. If you have questions, by all means, please email me. I did place in front of everybody tonight an additional resolution that needs to be passed and sent to the Budget Commission. It's past due already, so if we can amend the agenda to get that on, I'd greatly appreciate that. And roughly in 2 weeks, we will begin discussions and presentation on the budget for 2025.
Perfect. And then do we need to start actual readings on the 24th to get it to where we have the first reading the 24th, both readings in November, and then we wouldn't have to pass it, we don't have to pass it as an emergency, or it wouldn't matter even if we read it in November or December.
Appropriations aren't passed
Okay.
as emergency,
So
they're
we'll-
effective when passed, but we can
That's
try to
okay.
have the first reading on the first
November.
November.
Perfect. That was what I wanted to know. All right, does anybody have any questions? All right, I have Mike Flickinger's report, his engineer report. As I've mentioned the last couple months, Mike's report is usually pretty long. So it will be uploaded in the agenda packet on the website, so feel free to read it at length. But the Maplewood Drive is essentially done. They are finishing up a couple things, and they should be finished by the end of this month. The 2025 roadway improvement project, this is a project we've been talking about for several months now. We're in the process of trying to get a grant for this, a grant loan for this particular project. That is still in the works. But we do plan on having a meeting on October 17th at 7 p.m. Mike Flickinger will be here, and we'll be going over what this project entails. And the only reason that, in one aspect, I feel like we're jumping the gun because we don't even have funding for this project yet, but people are starting to ask questions, and we might as well get the information out there. It is just a road project at this point in time. The hope is eventually to add sidewalks and things like that, but right now, the main thing that he will be talking about is the actual roadway improvement project. So October 17th, 7 p.m., we sent out postcards to the residents that live directly in that area, but everybody that drives down Minerva Lake Road will be affected, and they're more than welcome to stop by and see what's going on. But again, this project is months away. We're just trying to get the information out there to people that are already getting a little concerned, and just trying to get everybody up to date on what we're talking about. Task order number 30 is the maintenance building. We did open bids on September 20th. There were 3 bids, and there is legislation in front of council to move forward on one of those bids. Next, we have task order number 31, which is the lake improvement project. The easiest thing that I will say about that is right now they are preparing the scope and fee for developing an overall approximately 30% design level to submit for permitting. So we are continually moving forward on the Lakes project, but this again is just a project that has taken a lot of time. Task order number 32 is a CCTV. This is probably one of my favorite things I get to say tonight. Based on the preliminary analysis, only one sewer segment was assigned a priority 1, and a majority of the sewer segments were assigned a condition grade A. So we're finally getting our sewers where they need to be, and it's thanks to councils that have really taken this seriously and realized that we had quite a bit of problems, and now we're, instead of battling failing sewers, we're actually getting good reports now. So I just want to say thank you for everybody for that. So, and I'm sure the residents would, myself as a resident, I want to say thank you. So that is Mike Flickinger's report. If anybody has any questions, feel free to email me or let me know, and I can always reach out to him. But other than that, Mike will be here October 17th at 7 p.m. to talk about that part. Next, we have Mr. Jesse Shane.
Thank you, Mayor. I don't have anything to report beyond working on a noise ordinance for you. That'll be up for first reading next time, and then we can discuss it at the November work session for any amendments you'd like to see. And I think that's it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't have anything.
Excellent.
Does anybody have anything for
Yeah, any questions, Mayor?
Okay. Well, if you think of them, you guys can always come back and old business, new business.
Okay.
All right. Village Planner, Mr. Eric Fisher.
Thank you, Mayor. Just reiterating my comment on for safety during the end of the work session. I have our contractor working on 4 items to replace, a couple to repair. Columbus has been very cooperative and due to our contract with them for our items and providing good information with those locations. I don't have anything else at this time unless there are any questions.
I have a brief comment or question. I was suggested by our fearless leader to reach out to you. The turning lane lights on Ponderosa
Yes.
161 do not appear to be functional.
No, I noticed that in my last couple passes too. You know, sometimes they turn those on at kind of a later date, but they don't seem to have them hooked up to the sensors. And I will send a 311 to start, and then see if we can get somebody moving, and maybe email over to the transportation guys since we've got their direct contact.
Wonderful. Well, I'll have to send it to the department.
We'll take care of it.
I think there was some mention that maybe some of these fire hydrants might have not been replaced during some construction projects that we had. Was that?
We talked about that
Yeah.
in council. We don't know.
We don't know. None of them have been. I am a little surprised. In fact, I think when Barb brought it to my attention the other day, I was a little caught off guard, and I was like, how can this many hydrants be MIA like this?
Right.
Now, Columbus, just has been enacting their, I mean, they checked them last year, we didn't quite get, I don't know if they weren't fully up and running, or maybe their GIS was not linked up with what they were doing, but they went out and they obviously handled the hydrants, they winterized them. But I think this is the first time with the current data, they went out to a full inspection and all were missing them. In the past, damaged ones were handled by the former fire chief, who were made aware, during the transition years after the fire, our EMTs were shut down. And he would provide us the information, we'd have a contractor come in and replace them. I don't know. I talked to the contractor today, he was a little amused by the whole thing too, because he was like, Eric, I think this one out here in Cleveland's been gone for a lot longer than just a few years, but we don't know why, so.
I mean, if someone hits a fire hydrant, you're gonna have to seal it up, right?
Right.
Water's gonna be everywhere.
Right. I mean, they have a control that you don't see it like in the movies, they won't do that,
okay.
and they're completely knocked off.
Most times.
Yes, and sometimes they can be damaged at points, right. But they're designed not to do that anymore, it's a safety feature. But still, a hydrant like that being knocked off would be controlled. We just don't know who did the work, and maybe it was a contractor doing some work a long time ago, and maybe they sealed it up and just didn't tell anyone. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
All right. If anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out to Eric at any time. Next, we have our zoning officer report. I believe you guys have the report, and it would be in the packet. Next thing I'm actually going to say this here. We will be sending out in the newsletter an update on some of the tree lawn trees as well as the sidewalks. It is the owner's responsibility to make sure that their sidewalks are in good working order is probably a nice way to say it, meaning if they're cracked, if they're lifted up, if they're sunk down or something like that. This is, again, for the residents in the news section. They need to be fixed. We will be sending our maintenance team out in the next couple weeks. They will be taking inventory on all of the ones that need work, need adjustments, and we will be having our code enforcement officer notifying the residents that need to get some work done. The tree lawn trees, those again in itself, the low-lying limbs that are hitting people as they're walking through need to be adjusted, and that is the homeowner's responsibility. Again, we will be putting this in the newsletter. We will make sure that everybody we're not going to start fining people right away. I'm saying that. It's just trying to get people to do the maintenance that they should be doing. It doesn't mean that you're not going to get fined. We are going to be sending out some letters, educating people, making sure that they know that this needs done. But if they do not respond to these letters, then we will take it to the next step. So just one of those friendly reminders that these things need done, and the longer you let it go, the worse it's going to get, and the more it's probably going to cost you to fix it. So get it done. So anybody that has any questions for the zoning officer, let us know, but that is going to be something that we'll be looking at here as we start getting slower. Grass complaints are coming to an end and all of that, so they'll have some time to get this done. Next we'll move to planning and zoning, Mr. Tommy Grant.
Planning and zoning has a meeting on October 16th at 7 p.m. in the municipal building. I do not have an agenda yet, but if you'd like to know what's going on, you can join us.
Yay! I will be there.
Fantastic.
I'm so excited. Okay. Again, anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out to anybody on planning and zoning if you want to know what's going on or if you have any ideas. Next, we will move to MPCA, Mr. Council President Kimra.
Yes, thank you. So their meeting was last night. The first thing on their agenda was the garage sale. They had 74 homes registered for the sale. It was fantastic. It looks like they raised around $1,600 from the sales, and then registration fees were on top of that. They did elections last night for MPCA president and secretary, and Carrie was voted as president again, and James was voted as secretary again. So
awesome.
I think it's a 2-year term for both
Okay.
of those. Fall festival is October 19th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's here at the municipal building. They're still looking for some candy donations and volunteers for that. There is a trunk or treat at Minerva France Elementary School on the 17th. There was a request if council could put a trunk or treat. They said someone was supposed to reach out to council, but I had not heard anything at the time, so I just let her know that.
We got a request for the village to donate or something, and
Either have a vehicle there or donate, it didn't specifically mention council.
Okay.
So if we could make sure that we find out from, because we were gonna see if we had the ability to either donate candy for it, or if we could have one of the officers go over and deliver some candy, but I think we just wanted to make sure Leah could get us some candy for it.
It's 5:30 to 7 on the 17th, which I think is a Wednesday.
So we'll remind you,
Or a Thursday. I guess it's a Thursday.
yes.
Um,
Or we could just donate candy, if we don't have, if we can't do it, we can just try to donate some candy. Or we can see if council wants to, or all of the above. I'm sure the more
we have a
trunk.
meeting the 17th, so.
Okay, I was just
Yeah.
kidding.
Right.
We're busy.
Yeah, Mike's meeting's that night.
I'm volunteering to go.
It's not till, it's not till 7, but and it's over at 7. But
I'm just kidding.
anyways,
I can't wait to be here with Mike.
He is very valuable.
It's their membership drive time. Even though you can sign up for memberships all the time, this is the time of year when they do the bulk of their membership. Just a reminder that this year you must be a member of MPCA for the trolley rides. They're not opening it up to the village.
Okay.
Only members only.
Okay.
Yeah, so exclusive. Woof.
Newsletter due date
Give a
is the
check.
22nd. I know that email went out earlier today from Barb. Their holiday party is December 15th. So they swapped trolley rides and the holiday party this year. So last year one was a Saturday and the holiday party was Saturday and the trolley rides were Sunday. The reverse this year. So the holiday party is going to be on the Sunday, December 15th, and trolley rides on Saturday, December 14th. So that's reversed. And that was basically it.
Can I add something? The fall festival is like the Halloween thing, so make
Yes.
sure your kids are dressed up in, Halloween
Yeah, that'll
costumes.
be
I missed that memo
trick-or-treating.
until,
I'm not trick-or-treating.
yeah, so
Costume contest.
costumes. So make sure your kids are wearing their Halloween costumes.
Yeah. And in order to get candy, you have to participate in all the little games and activities. So you get them as you finish the activity.
Aww.
It's not just you get a bag of candy and you can go. So.
Yeah, work
There's
for
no
your,
participation.
You have to work for it.
you have to do it.
No.
Trick
There's
for a
no
treat.
show up, you get some candy.
There's no participation trophies in Minerva Park. Man, we're tough around here.
All right. Is that it for
Yeah.
MPCA?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, let's move over to finance.
Jeff had met with us earlier this evening, and we spoke a little bit about him following up with Rena on the subpoena program. And then some may have failed to respond, and we'll perhaps have mayor's court to deal with that. We have the pool and concession stand dollar figures we dealt with. It looks like the pool was about a $13,000 improvement over last year, and the concessions was about an $8,000 improvement over last year, which is definitely heading in the right direction and very nice. And then we have the budget conversations beginning soon, and that's all I have.
Awesome. And next we have safety.
No major issues, but we do have a reminder for all residents. The sun is coming up later and later until the time change. But if in the morning you're out and you're leaving the confines of your yard, please wear reflective clothing. If your feet hit the street, if your bicycle wheels hit the street, please make sure you have reflective clothing on.
And I think I don't want to say just third shift, but all of our officers are going to be dealing with it here before long. They would appreciate it because I've heard it from multiple that the people that are out walking their dogs late at night, and I'm sure it happens early in the morning as well, no reflective, no anything. It is very difficult, especially if you're on one of these streets that does not have any street lights, Wildwood being one of the worst. You're not seen. So it's very difficult when the officers are driving through there, or anybody's driving through there. So reflective. I agree with that. Do you have anything else?
That's it. Thank you.
All right, next we have legislation.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have just a couple of things going on tonight. We have some final readings, and we also have are Resolution 2024-30, which we are going to attempt to amend to get funding available faster to the municipality. And we are also going to be amending to add Resolution 2024-31 to tonight's agenda to waive and pass emergently as well, so that we can get the property tax information sent over to the county in a expedited manner.
Awesome. All right, I will do my report really quickly. I think we've mentioned quite a few of these things already. So we got the estimates from Aqueduct to cut out those trees and cattails and all that good stuff.
I took that pen.
And we do have the funds available to get moving on this particular project, so we are moving forward for all 3 lakes in the new section to have them removed. So and then next year we will pay for, as you had mentioned, we will pay for the
Treatment.
the treatments. Yes, so that will be in the 2025 budget. And as of right now, we are able to move some stuff around to being able to get those done this year. So I don't need anything. I know, exactly. So it definitely didn't go up as much as I thought it was going to. So I actually thought it was going to be much higher. It did double, but
Wasn't one of them?
it was a total of 20-some thousand with all of them.
I thought just one of them was.
I thought it was 16 or 17 for the one.
16,720,
Yeah, 16.
and then 7,405.
And then over by your house is pretty
That
inexpensive.
was like 250.
So that's
Yeah.
23,000.
So, and then the other one was pretty basic. So there's that. So we will get moving on that. Again, I've asked them to update us when they would be over there, just so we can notify residents when they will be around. And then, that's really all I have. Yeah, that's all I have. If I think of anything else, then I will mention it in old business, new business. All right, citizen comments.
Couldn't sign in, there was no pen.
I stole the pen temporarily and forgot to return it.
That's all right.
We're winging it.
We're winging it. All right, go for it.
I was on camera. I just wanted to say thank you for the extra police officers at Minerva Park Middle School during pickup. It has greatly helped with the odd random place to pick up children in the middle of the street and crosswalks and other creative pickup options. So it is safer for the kids and it is noticed and appreciated. That's all.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
You are welcome.
All right.
Get him a gold star.
Seeing no other citizens signed in to speak, we will then move to legislation.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Moving right in, we are going to Resolution 2024-26, a resolution establishing a 360-day moratorium on the cultivation, processing, and retail dispensing of adult use in medical marijuana in the village of Minerva Park. Just to hammer home one last time, this is for commercial and retail. Any personal allowances afforded by State Issue 2 of the 2023 election are still totally good to go. But as this is the third reading, I move for passage of the resolution.
Second.
Moved and seconded.
Councilperson Passion.
Aye.
Oh wait, did anybody have any discussion?
No.
Nobody said anything.
I didn't think so either. Okay, Councilperson Passion.
Aye.
Councilperson Martin. Council President Camera.
Aye.
Councilperson Cost.
Aye.
Councilperson Grant.
Aye.
And Councilperson McNamara.
Aye.
Okay.
All right, the motion passes. We now move to Resolution 2024-28. This is a resolution authorizing the mayor and fiscal officer to enter into various recurring contracts necessary for the continuous operation of the village and to declare an emergency. Once again, this is the list of contractors or vendors that the village needs to utilize in order just to keep the lights on and the wheels turning on a day-to-day basis. And as this is just a second reading, we will go ahead. Now, we move to resolution 2024-29. This is a resolution authorizing the mayor and fiscal officer to enter into a contract for the maintenance garage project and to declare it an emergency. And for those looking through the packets at home, we will see that the contractor and the cost has been added in. So progress continues. I now move to amend the agenda as it regards to resolution 2024-30, which is a resolution authorizing the mayor to seek financial assistance via the Land and Water Conservation Fund for funding of improvements to the Miracle Park Municipal Pool. As a part of that amendment of the agenda, there will be a section 4 added, which shall read, "This resolution is hereby declared an emergency necessary to preserve the public health, safety, or welfare. To adopt this resolution immediately to permit the timely application of the paperwork to secure grant funds for the village." So I motion that we amend the agenda as described.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Will there be any debate?
All right. Councilperson McNamara.
Aye.
Councilperson Martin.
Aye.
Councilperson Passion.
Aye.
Council President Cameron.
Aye.
Councilperson Grant.
Aye.
And Councilperson Cross.
Aye.
Having amended the agenda, I move for the waiving of the rule requiring 3 readings, resolution 2024-30.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Will there be any discussion?
All right. Councilperson Cross.
Aye.
Councilperson Grant.
Aye.
Council President Cameron.
Aye.
Councilperson Passion.
Aye.
Councilperson Martin.
Aye.
And Councilperson McNamara.
Aye. Having waived the requirement of 3 readings, I move for passage of resolution 2024-30 on an emergent basis.
Second.
Moved and seconded.
All right. Councilperson McNamara.
Aye.
Councilperson Martin.
Aye.
Councilperson Passion.
Aye.
Council President Cameron.
Aye.
Councilperson Grant.
Aye.
Councilperson Cross.
Aye.
The motion carries, or passes. I now move to once again amend the agenda to add resolution 2024-31, a resolution accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor and declaring an emergency. As talked about, this is the allowing the property tax to be collected for the year 2025. There was a communication issue regarding the timely arrival of the message. So I move to amend the agenda.
So moved. Or seconded, sorry.
Moved twice and seconded.
All right. Council President Cameron.
Aye.
Councilperson Martin.
Aye.
Councilperson Passion.
Aye.
Councilperson Cross.
Aye.
Councilperson McNamara.
Aye.
And Councilperson Grant.
Aye.
Having amended the agenda to include resolution 2024-31, the aforementioned resolution on property tax, I move that we waive readings requiring, or I waive the rule requiring 3 readings.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. Will there be any discussion?
Okay. Councilperson Grant.
Aye.
Councilperson McNamara.
Aye.
Councilperson Cross.
Aye.
Councilperson Passion.
Aye.
Councilperson Martin.
Aye.
Council President Cameron.
Aye.
All right. Having waived readings, I move for passage of resolution 2024-31 on an emergent basis.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Will there be any discussion?
Okay. Council President Cameron.
Aye.
Councilperson Martin.
Aye.
Councilperson Passion.
Aye.
Councilperson Cross.
Aye.
Councilperson McNamara.
Aye.
And Councilperson Grant.
Aye.
All right. That concludes legislative business for this evening. I return the, floor to Madam Mayor.
All right.
Quick question.
Go for it.
28 and 29 both say, and declaring it an emergency, and we didn't. Up in the title of 24 29
That's-
and 24?
That's when it passes, so we
Yeah, so
won't
we-
actually do that until next week.
Oh.
So yes, we will, because it will take effect on the 24th, but we don't have to do anything with it now.
Oh, got it,
Nope.
okay. thank
Not till
you.
next week,
Okay.
in 2 weeks. So yes. All right, anything for old business?
I have something old business, new business.
Go for it.
Leaf pickup once again is October the 14th. Please keep your leaves out of the street and debris on your leaves. And tomorrow will be Schmidt's Food Truck from 4:30 to 8 o'clock.
Yay.
Talk about the gutters too. Make sure the leaves
Oh, and
don't
please
go.
keep your leaves out of the gutters too.
Yeah, if your leaves are in the gutters, just rake them out of there, please.
Yes,
We don't wanna fix more stuff. Since our sewers are finally passing,
I know, right?
don't screw it up, people.
Especially if you're off of George.
All right.
What?
I
You
have,
better check yourself, sir.
are we on the new business? Or are we on the old business?
That was old, now we're on new.
All right, two things. There was an email that we all received from Minerva Flora. Is that handled administratively, or is that something that needs to be discussed? Do we know? I don't know the answer to this.
I'm gonna tell you that I have not read it.
It's
Okay.
about the
Okay, it's a
invasive
long-
species control.
Oh, there's a lot
Let me
of,
rephrase that. I saw a couple things on there, and we're gonna talk about it internally first, because when I saw the word chainsaw and volunteers, I gotta go to other people.
And
So
maybe-
before I even bring it to you guys, I didn't read the whole thing, that was the only thing I saw, and I stopped because I don't know that we can allow volunteers and chainsaws and all of that without waivers and without you name it. And it's gonna be a Jesse question, it's gonna be all of that. So you guys will get the email, and then we will then come to council to figure out if we're able to,
okay.
and what they're able to do.
Item 2 is, I have on my road on Farview, 2 rental scooters that seem to have taken residence.
Oh,
And I don't know if that's something that we need to address or we have the ability to address, or if it's something we want to consider addressing, because I know some municipalities have
Oh, yeah.
taken up
Oh,
some
yeah.
things. I don't think that they were brought here and left, but I know that they are there. And when I was coming here, they were laying in somebody's driveway, and then the other one was sprawling across the sidewalk. So I just thought that I would bring that up. I don't have a solution. I wanted to write it here, but I was scared for my safety.
your wrists, watch for your wrists.
So,
You might run into those trees, the low-lying trees.
It's the helmet and the wrist guards.
but that's all I wanted to bring up, at least, those 2 things.
I have some new business. This week was the first day of early voting for the state of Ohio for the 2024 general election. So for everybody watching and listening here and at home, I encourage everybody able to do so to exercise your legal right and get out and vote either early on election day, the 5th, I believe, of this November. It's the absolute foundation of our democracy is that we can participate in it, so get out there and do it.
Some council people already voted.
I think my ballot was in the mail today.
Oh, I just went, it took 2 minutes, it was
I
awesome.
heard the line wasn't long over on Morse Road, so.
Yeah, it was
Long
good.
story short, not every country in the world has fairly representative democracy, so participate in it.
Or don't, whatever. I'm just kidding.
That wasn't the message.
Just
Stop.
kidding, I'm sorry.
All right, I don't know if anybody else has anything. Anybody?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right.